Be the new man in charge, taking over for Tom Thibodeau, who was fired after the Eastern Conference Finals. Otis Livingston joins me now to break it all down. So, is this a bold hire or a safe choice?
I wouldn't say either bold or safe. I would say it's a good hire because Mike Brown certainly comes with the credentials. He served on the bench as an assistant coach to Greg Popovich with the Spurs, Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors, winning 4 NBA titles during that time, soaking up all that knowledge. Then he went on to be a 2-time NBA Coach of the Year in his own right. Hasn't won the big one, but did take LeBron James and a Cavalier team to the NBA Finals. He also coached Kobe Bryant.
Wow.
He ended a long playoff drought for the Sacramento Kings, so he does come with the credentials.
That's not a bad resume at all.
Exactly.
All right, so the Knicks went to the Eastern Conference Finals with Thibodeau. What's the mandate here for Mike Brown?
I would have to say it's finals or bust.
Yeah.
Finals or it's not a successful season. And you think about it, Jason Tatum of the Celtics, Tyrese Halliburton of the Pacers, they're out pretty much all of next year with a torn Achilles. Darius Garland with the Cavs. So this is a wide open Eastern Conference, and you got to believe that with the moves that the Knicks have made so far in the offseason and with this head coach now, that they will be the favorite to get to the NBA Finals. So just don't mess it up, Mike Brown. You got the squad.
Probably no one is telling himself that more than he is.
Exactly,
right?
man. I mean, you come into a team that went to the Eastern Conference Final, could have gone to the NBA Finals, and they fired their head coach.
Yeah.
And you're the guy that says, sign me up for that.
The stakes
we'll
pretty
see.
high.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
you.
So they got their coach, and let's see what they can do. So go ahead, Rodney, man. What's your take? Do you think the New York Knicks made a right hire or hiring Mike Brown?
No, to me, I know everybody's favoring Mike Brown, but to me, Tom Thibodeau will always be my top for the New York Knicks. Mind you, he was the one that was able to put the Knicks last season to the Eastern Conference Final. However, they did not win against the Pacers. That's the only reason why he got fired, because they didn't win against the Pacers. If they would have won against the Pacers, Tom Thibodeau would have still been fired. Now, Mike Brown is a 2-time Coach of the Year coach. So he do have coaching experience. He seemed like he's very disciplined. I think Tom Thibodeau was a guy for the Knicks. I'm being honest. But let's just see how it happened next season. But Tom Thibodeau was the one, to me, was a great hire for the Knicks. I don't see the Knicks going back to the playoffs. I just don't. Even if they go to the playoffs, they won't be going to the third round. I don't see that happening now. They needed Tom Thibodeau for that one. But let's see. Mike Brown might go over there and change things. But let's see. It's still early to call. We'll just pay attention when it comes to aspect of the deadline, on the trade deadline, see if they make some good trade. If they make some good trade, then might be going forward. Go right ahead, Keep your thoughts.
So I'm gonna approach a little bit different. When are we gonna learn that we need to stop hiring these old guys? He's prehistoric. Yes, he might have some good stats back then, but this is a new type of basketball we're playing, with mostly shootings involved. A lot of people's not running. They need to take an approach that Boston took. Their head coach they had over there was a new guy. He was a new guy. I don't know if he had any Boston. I think they need somebody young, fresh, with new ideas, who understands basketball a little bit differently. Not somebody who's been a tenure in the game, because sometimes you tend to lose your sauce. You're not always tend to be great. The system that you built before doesn't work. San Antonio is one of the greatest all-time playing teams ever, but after a while, Popovich wasn't winning anymore. The system just don't work. So they need a young coach to come in there with a new system to retrain these guys to play a new type of basketball.
With this move, if that was the case, they should have kept Tom Thibodeau. What you Rodney? Because I look at Mike Brown. Is he a good coach? Cool. He coached LeBron back in Cleveland. Took it to the Eastern Conference Finals. He was the assistant coach for Golden State Warriors, where they won a championship. That's cool. And then his last job was the Sacramento Kings and everything. That he got him, but it was one year they did pretty good taking the playoffs, and after that he was a dud and everything. But yeah. Even though the East is open next year, because remember Tyrese Halliburton, he's out for the next year. So the Pacers, we don't know how they're gonna be. Boston, Jason Tatum, he's out. So we don't know how Boston's gonna be, and then the Pacers are gonna be. So it's open. It is open, but I don't see, for me, they taking Mike Brown. Mike Brown will take it to the next level. And the thing is, with the New York Knicks, they try to play their hand. They thought they could get Thibodeau, all a bunch of these coaches will come play for them. They first off to get a Jason Kidd for the Mavericks. But Jason Kidd's the same because he's, they just got Cooper Flag, they got Anthony Davis, got Kyrie Irving. So why they want to leave his job and everything? And there's other coach, and then the next with all other coaches will come, but they didn't do. So it took them a little longer to find somebody, and they had no choice but to me to get Mike Brown and everything. So do the Knicks have the chance to go to the finals? Absolutely, because it's way open for next year. But to me, Mike Brown does this to me. I don't think he's going to take him to the hump. So can he? Sure, but personally, I think he's the right coach to take him over the hump. So I think it was a bad hire, and we'll just see what the Knicks going to do next year.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes with the Knicks. And I don't know, man. They should never fired Tom Thibodeau. I think they should have given him one more year before they let him go. But however, the Knicks still paying Tom Thibodeau. I think $30 million makes no sense to let the man go. You could have just let him try one more time and see if he was able to
shout
win
out
a
to
championship.
you picking on the seniors. I mean, how can you wrong about that?
Yeah, and I that on White High, I was just say it's a great